Hello, everybody. It is Rabbi Chastain. I hope you're doing well. I am speaking to you on April 20th, 2020, from the time of the coronavirus. And people are davening at home. And there are a lot of halachos about davening at home. And there's one in particular that I wanted to speak to you about today. And that is the recitation of Baruch Hashem Le'Olam at Mariv right before Shemona Esrei. I'm actually going to be using the siddur, you can see it, Elias Eliyahu from Rabbi Lopiansky, Shlita, the Rosh Yeshiva in Silver Spring, as a source over here. So when it comes to this particular tefillah of Baruch Hashem Le'Olam, there are a lot of machloksim. There are people that don't say it at all. We don't say it. We're not noheg by the Ashkenazim to say it in Eretz Yisrael, by the Svardim, by Nusach Ari, by many other Hasidim. They don't say it in Chutz La'aretz ever. Others say it on Motzei Shabbos. Others don't say it on Motzei Shabbos. Some don't say it during Chol HaMoed. Let's say your minhag is to say Baruch Hashem Le'Olam Amen V'Amen, and you say it every night. So you're wondering to yourself now, do I say it when I am b'yechidus? So let's talk about it just for a second. So Baruch Hashem Le'Olam Amen V'Amen was added to Mariv in order to retain the congregation in the synagogue just a little longer, in order to allow those who may have arrived late for Mariv to be able to conclude their prayers along with everybody else. And that's because in ancient times, the shuls were often located out in the fields or other remote areas, which would arouse fear should one be forced to walk home alone at night after services. And the addition of Baruch Hashem Le'Olam Amen V'Amen allowed those who arrived to the synagogue late to be able to recite the preliminary section of Mariv, and then join in with the congregation for the Shemona Esrei, omitting Baruch Hashem Le'Olam Amen V'Amen itself. And the entire congregation would then make their way home together so that no one would have to walk home alone. And related to this idea is the minhag of only reciting Baruch Hashem Le'Olam Amen V'Amen when Mariv is actually being recited in a shul and omitted when you're actually davening alone. And one source for that is the Piskei Tshuvos in 336, note 36. But another is a few sources from the Vilna Gaon. One of them is in Imrei Noam in Brachos Beis Amud Aleph, and I'm going to read out of the Siddur Elias Eliyahu right now, where he says, Piskei u'minhagei hagra, the halachos that come from the Gra and the minhagim from the Gra, is b'yechidi ein lomar Baruch Hashem Le'Olam. When a person is alone and davening independently, they shouldn't say Baruch Hashem Le'Olam. They should omit that paragraph. And Baruch Hashem Le'Olam, Amen V'Amen, Medalig im tzarich lekach kedei l'spali matzibur. You can also skip it if you're not going to be able to daven Mariv with everybody when you are in a tzibur. You can skip it to get to Mariv. Ve'eno omro acher hatfila klal. And he says you don't need to say it after the tefillah. Seems to be a taz that would say if you are with a minyan that you'd need to. And I know that what I'm saying also is not a davar muskam, because although the Gra holds this way, and it seems to be that that's what's brought down in the Imrei Noam and also in the Maisa Rav. I believe there's a tzlach that says it's also for a yachid. There's a taz that implies that it is as well. Certainly, though, if you're a person who is keeping minhag hagra, it would not be appropriate to say it independently. And I know that's what several of my rabbanim have told me, not to say it independently and to skip it and go straight into Shemona Esrei after Hashki Venu. Have a wonderful day. Kol Tuv.